Guys, and welcome back to AdosTheGreat YouTube channel. So guys, in today's video I will be predicting the entire NRL Finals Series. So yeah, look, if you haven't checked out my Finals Week 1 tips, go and check that video out first, because we really go in depth of how I think Finals Week 1 will go. But this is the entire Final Series. We're predicting it. I'm predicting the winner of the 2024 NRL Grand Final. So strap in, get ready to go. If you do enjoy this content, guys, hit that like button, hit that sub button, and let's get into it, baby. All right, Finals Week 1. First off, we've got the Melbourne Storm taking on the Cronulla Sharks. The Sharks, I don't really see them posing much of a threat in this one. I think Storm at Amy Park are just going to be, they're going to be too good. I think, you know, Nicho Hynes and Trindle, they looked good in their last game, a bit disjointed in the game against the Warriors, but I think they found they've clicked at the right time coming into finals. I also don't mind Atkinson coming off the bench in that number 14 role. I think that could definitely work in Cronulla's favour, but not against the Storm. I think Storm win this one. Cowboys and Knights is an interesting one, because I genuinely believe that both these sides have every chance at beating each other. The Cowboys, they are so inconsistent. They just, one week you think, geez, this team could win a comp, and then the next week you look at them and go, what the hell happened? Whereas the Knights, it's hard to say, because they go on periods where they're consistent and then periods where they're not. Not like the Cowboys, where it's like one game consistent, 2 games not, 2 games consistent, 1 game not. Like the Knights are real, like they go on a 4-game run, then they lose the next 3. It's a little bit more complex there with the Knights, in my opinion. KP stays healthy, definitely a opportunity for the Knights to capitalise on, but I think you got to go the safe option here and back in the Cowboys. I don't. At Queensland Country Bank Stadium, I think the Cowboys will be too good there, so I am going to back them in to beat Newcastle. Doggies and Manly are an interesting one. They played 2 weeks ago. Manly absolutely tailed them up. Matt Burton was a massive loss. They saw that last week. You know, I think the full-strength dog side outside of Kurt Mann, I think they will be better for it. But you just don't know what you're going to get from Manly with a fully fit Turbo. But is he fully fit? That is the question. Can he, is he going to come back and play like we're used to seeing with Turbo? Or is he going to come back slightly injured and not himself? There's a lot of questions surrounding this game, to be honest. Again, like the Cowboys, going to go the safe option. I think the Dogs probably do win this game. They were the best defensive team for the most part this year. Unfortunately, fell off a little bit towards the end there. While they don't offer a hell of a lot in attack, obviously, outside of the last 2 games, their defense has been phenomenal. So I do think that the Bulldogs probably do get the job done there. Panthers and Roosters. Roosters missing Sam Walker, Brandon Smith, likely Victor Radley. There's several players out there for the Roosters. I'm assuming Dom Young and Daniel Tupou are going to be all good for this clash, but outside of that, like, Panthers should welcome back Nathan Cleary, and I think that's where it's going to be won. The kicking game for both these sides, Cleary's kicking game is by far and away better than Sandon Smith and Luke Keary. Obviously, if Sam Walker was there, I think the contest is a little bit closer, but I think Panthers win that one there. All right, so we move on to Finals Week 2. I will untick the Roosters. I don't know why that's ticked there. All right, so Finals Week 2. Let's just go down a little bit. Sharkies against the Cowboys, a classic clash in finals. We're getting pretty used to seeing this now, and a lot of questions are going to be asked for the Sharks. Are they chokers in finals? They've choked the last few years. Can Nicho Hynes and Braden Trindle click? There's so many questions. Sharkies at Shark Park probably should get the win here, and that is the safe option in these 2 teams. But I mean, if the Cowboys break that consistency curse and start playing some good footy back to back, I do think the Cowboys will pose a threat here, and I think out of the teams that are not in the top four, I think the Cowboys have the best opportunity to win the comp. I'm backing in the Cowboys here. I think the Cowboys knock out the Sharks in the second round. I think the Sharks will be there and thereabouts next year once again. And I think adding Adam Fanua-Blake is going to really propel them up further. But this year, I think they will fall just short again, and the Cowboys move on to the preliminary finals. Roosters and Bulldogs, I see so many people saying the Roosters are going to fall out in straight sets. I disagree. Like the Storm, like the Panthers, the Roosters have incredible depth. The Dogs, they've had a really good run. It's been a wonderful year for the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs, and I'm sure the fans are proud. I'd say the Dogs, adding Sitili Tupanua and some other players moving into next year to really boost that forward pack. I think the Dogs will be better for the run next season. But I think, I think that the wheels will fall off in the second week of finals. I can't see the Roosters losing this one. So unfortunately, as much as I hate the Roosters, I think they do move on to the prelims. All right, next up, we've got the preliminary finals, and these will be blockbusters. So at Amy Park, we've got the Storm against the Panthers. Against the Roosters. This will be a mouth-watering clash. Look, the Roosters, as I said, the depth is incredible. And as long as Storm, they'll be fresh off the bye there too, after winning the first round. So, I think the Roosters will run out of gas like the Bulldogs, mainly due to the injuries. They're going to want to give it a big, red hot go, and I think they will. I genuinely think this will be a very close game, but at Amy, I just can't go past Storm. I think Storm will be there at Grand Final day. They have been the best team all season. I can't see them losing that one. I think they'll move on to the Grand Final. Righto, next up we've got the Penrith Panthers against the North Queensland Cowboys. Again, consistency comes into it. Can the Cowboys knock off the Panthers this will probably be, I don't know if this will be played at Bluebell. I'm assuming this will be played at probably Allianz or Accor. I don't see the Panthers losing this. I think they're going to be up for it, sending off a lot of their players, winners they'd want to hope. So I think they move on to the grand final. I cannot see the Panthers losing this one. All right, we've got the grand final. Don't know why all these are collected. Might be from a previous go at this. No idea. But we've got the Melbourne Storm against the Penrith Panthers. The top two sides, very boring, I know, but that's how I see it happening. I don't really see too many other teams competing for it. I just think if we go through from 3 to 8, I'll just explain why quickly. Roosters, I think the wheels will fall off due to the injuries, and I think fatigue will catch up to them. Sharkies, they just haven't proved they can do it on the big stage yet. Maybe they'll do it this year, but I just can't see it happening. Cowboys, I think inconsistency plays a massive role in their final series, so I think they will fall off there as well. Doggies, as I said before, I think it's been a great year. One of the best defensive teams in the comp, but I think they do like attack. Obviously, defense wins premierships, but if your attack's non-existent as well, it's going to be hard to score. And I just think that the teams above them have, they've got a better ability to score points. So I do think the Bulldogs will fall off there. Manly, it's all dependent on Turbo. I just don't think he's going to be all that fit for finals. And then Newcastle, it's been a good run, but again, like the Cowboys, inconsistency I think will play a part in it. How good can Kalen go? I don't think he can carry this team by himself to the finals. I don't think they've got as good of a forward pack as most of the teams in the top four. They've got a decent forward pack, but I just think they'll run out of gas as well. Both these teams, Panthers and Storm, week off, that always helps. I want to back in Storm here. I really, really do. But I think the Panthers will get revenge for that 2020 grand final, and I think we will see the Panthers go 4 in a row. I think we'll see it. I think that they're going to want to send off players like Jerome Luai, Fish. There's definitely other players. Sunil Taruva. Plenty of players that are leaving the club. I think they're going to want to send them off winners, and yeah, I think the Panthers win it all in 2024. Let me know your predictions down below, guys. Who is your dark horse? My dark horse, if there's anyone, probably going to say the Cowboys. I think if they can squash that inconsistency, then they can definitely get there. But it'll be difficult. But yeah, guys, that is going to wrap it up from me. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Hit that like button, hit that sub button, and as always, my friends, I will see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.